Zohran Mamdani just stood up to Israel again, and it's historic.
And every single mayor of New York has marched in the parade, except Mamdani is saying that he won't.
There are many parades that I would not be attending because I'd be focusing on the work of leading this city.
Karma just hit Zohran Mamdani like a ton of bricks. Anti-American jihadists.
It is so refreshing to see an American politician that is not only just so influential, that not only has really good policy, that not only has good politics, but also that just, stands for what is right. It's so refreshing to see this.
Selama puluhan tahun, pawai Israel di New York dianggap hal biasa. Semua wali kota datang, politisi datang, media ikut merayakan, dan tidak banyak yang berani mempertanyakannya. Sampai akhirnya, Zohran Mamdani memilih tidak hadir. Dan anehnya, keputusan itu langsung memicu kepanikan. Fox News menyebutnya berbahaya. Netizen pro-Israel menyebutnya anti-Yahudi. Sementara pendukung Zohran justru menganggap ini pertama kalinya ada politisi New York yang berani melawan arus. Lalu sebenarnya, kenapa satu pawai bisa membuat Amerika seheboh ini? Dan kenapa nama Zohran Mamdani tiba-tiba berubah dari politisi Muslim New York menjadi simbol perang narasi di internet? Inilah yang terjadi.
It started in 1964 when Mayor Wagner was the mayor of New York. He marched in it from the first, and every single mayor of New York has marched in the parade. Except Mamdani is saying that he won't. And also visiting Israel. He said he won't visit Israel. Virtually every mayor of New York has visited Israel.
Dan disinilah semuanya mulai ramai. Karena bagi sebagian orang, menolak datang ke parade mungkin masih bisa dimaklumi. Tapi Zohran ternyata melangkah lebih jauh. Saat ditanya apakah ia akan mengunjungi Israel jika terpilih, jawabannya justru membuat suasana makin panas. Dan yang menarik, kandidat lain menjawab iya. Tapi Zohran, dia bahkan tidak ragu menjawab tidak.
The first foreign visit by a mayor of New York is always considered significant. Where would you go first?
First visit, I would visit the Holy Land.
Mr. Cuomo?
Given the hostility and the anti-Semitism that has been shown in New York, I would go to Israel.
Mr. Tilson, where would you go?
Yeah, I'd make my 4th trip to Israel, followed by my 5th trip to Ukraine.
Mr. Mamdani?
I would stay in New York City. My plans are to address New Yorkers across the 5 boroughs and focus on that.
Tidak mengunjungi Israel diperlakukan seperti dosa politik. Seolah calon pemimpin New York wajib menunjukkan loyalitas dulu baru dianggap aman. Dan sejak itu, media sosial seperti menemukan bola api baru untuk terus dibesarkan. Potongan video dipelintir, hoaks mulai bermunculan. Karena setiap nama Muslim mulai naik di politik Barat, narasi yang dipakai hampir selalu sama. Radikal, anti-Amerika, ancaman.
Karma just hit Zohran Mamdani like a ton of bricks. The soon-to-be socialist mayor of New York City got chased out of his own rally by a furious protester who confronted him for being an anti-Semitic,
anti-American jihadist.
In fact, I have 2 different clips of Zohran Mamdani tucking tail and running scared for that. But it gets even worse because Zohran Mamdani was photographed smiling ear to ear with the man who was a co-conspirator in the 1993 terrorist attack on the World Trade Center. But let's start with this clip of an ex-Muslim exposing Zohran Mamdani's strategy that clearly the residents of New York are too stupid to see.
I think Mamdani is practicing taqiyya.
1,000%. 1,000%.
He's presenting
the Muslims are laughing at you guys. Like, this is the funniest thing. Like, dude, give it 50 more years, entire New York's gonna be Muslim, and then before you know it's gonna be Sharia courts, and then, like, y'all are, like, no matter how many times ex-Muslims will say, taqiyya is a real thing, they are lying to you. They will take over within 100 years. No one's gonna listen.
So Zohran's plan is completely obvious to anybody who isn't a radical America-hating leftist.
So Republicans are losing their mind because Zohran Mamdani announced that next week he will not be attending the Israel Day parade in New York City. And as you can see here from Fox News, they're saying that this shows anti-Semitism, because what they have to do, the Zionists, is always link the fact that if you don't support Israel, that you hate Jews. But just this past week, we watched videos of Israel ambulance workers going to a scene to help people that had been hit by an airstrike. We watched Israel and Ben Gvir celebrate torturing, abusing, sexually assaulting people on flotillas that were simply just trying to bring aid to a people who Israel has devastated. So Mamdani is right. There shouldn't be anyone going to celebrate an Israel Day parade in New York City. It doesn't even make sense to begin with. Why would we be celebrating a nation right now who's committing a genocide and an ethnic cleansing? A nation who has helped drive us into a pointless war with Iran that is making everyone's lives here in this nation worse. Once again, there is a reason Zohran Mamdani won in New York City. Because people see now, their eyes are being opened to the bullshit which is going on in the Middle East with Israel, what Israel is doing to our nation, and people have had enough.
Zohran Mamdani just became the first New York City mayor in 61 years to skip the Israel Day parade. Every mayor since 1964 showed up. Mamdani won't stand with Jewish New Yorkers. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. All right. But is it true? Is it true that Zohran Mamdani doesn't stand with Jewish New Yorkers? Let's check. Now, when it comes to Jewish New Yorkers, Mayor Zohran Mamdani has taken several notable actions for Jewish New Yorkers. His administration has focused on combating anti-Semitism and supporting Jewish cultural heritage, such as hosting an official pre-Shavuot celebration for Jewish American Heritage Month at Gracie Mansion. He also appointed a liberal Jewish leader to head the city's Office for the Prevention of Hate Crimes to specifically address anti-Semitism and hate, right? He doesn't have to go to an Israel Day parade because it's not an American Day parade, right? Just like he don't got to go to the Dominican Day parade. He don't got to go to the Puerto Rican Day parade. He don't got to go to the Uganda Day parade. He don't got to go to the Zanzibar Day parade, the Koja Day parade. Do you know what he got to do? He got to do what he promised, all right? Such as helping with universal child care, such as helping with rent protection, such as making the city more affordable for the everyday New Yorker, so they can have some weight off their shoulders, and so they can live comfortable, and so they can have peace of mind when they go to sleep at night, so they can feel more safe and stable and secure when they go into their buildings, right? That's all he got to do. He don't got to go to no parade, all right?
Dan mungkin inilah yang sebenarnya membuat banyak orang panik, bukan karena Zohran tidak mau datang ke pawai itu, tapi karena untuk pertama kalinya ada politisi yang berani berkata tidak tanpa terdengar takut. Dan ia seorang Muslim. Seolah Imam Al-Ghazali pernah berbisik di telinganya, siapa yang takut hanya kepada Allah, maka dunia tak lagi mampu menakutinya. Dan hari ini, media saling menyerang, internet saling menuduh, sementara rakyat biasa tetap pulang dengan hidup yang makin berat. Ironisnya, dunia begitu ribut menjaga simbol, namun sering diam saat keadilan mulai hilang. Dan entah Zohran benar atau salah, satu hal mulai terlihat jelas. Zaman sedang berubah. Karena tak peduli seberapa cepat propaganda berlari, kebenaran akan selalu menemukan jalannya untuk melewati mereka.